Bashar,
And to you, good day.
is physical reality the prequel to how God becomes God in the first place?
God is God. That which is. As it says in some of your scriptures, I am that I am. It is. It is existence itself. There is nothing before it. It is what it is. Time is within existence. Existence is not subject to time. So there is no how did it come about in the first place. That concept is within existence. Existence is not subject to the idea of beginnings and endings. Does that make sense?
Beautiful.
All right.
So would you say Earth is more a school for souls
Yes.
or perhaps a playground for gods?
Same thing. We understand that in your vernacular, in general, I don't mean this in a negative way, Earth is a quote-unquote tough school because it's a master graduating class. It's not a kindergarten. You are getting your PhDs as souls. You're getting your master's degrees. So the challenges are going to be equivalent to the level of the power of your souls as they are now. So enjoy it.
Beautiful. Now, let's
Yes.
say ETs come 5 years from now. They give us free energy. They give us money. We're abundant. We have everything.
Within 5 years.
Within 5 years, and they give us everything we want,
No,
everything we need.
no. We will not give you everything you want. We will give you what you need.
Because if I'm in a campfire singing Kumbaya 24/7, I'm going to be pretty upset.
That's not what's going to happen.
And I like the idea of the movie, and I hate to say this, I'm sorry, but like the movie Star Wars. Like, I
Yes.
know there's positive ET races, but I hope there's evil ET races, and we have to like link up with the positive ET races and come together and bring our pieces of the puzzle together so that we can fight against the negative ET races.
No.
Come on.
It's more, not that there are not negative entities out in the cosmos, but it's more like Star Trek.
Now,
Yes, it
ETs
is now.
So if there are ETs, what's the difference between the idea of ETs, angels, and demons?
There are no demons. Angels are beings that have never been physical. They are, in a sense, the first reflection or split off from all that is. It is a level of consciousness of all that is that individuates but has never experienced physical reality, but have the broad perspective to guide beings from many different dimensions in certain ways. And there are different kinds of levels to the angelic realm, vibrationally speaking. Demons don't really exist in the way that you think they do. There are, of course, entities that are oriented in negative ways, and if you want to say they may go about doing things in quote-unquote demonic ways, that's more accurate than saying that there are actually demons. A demon is simply someone who's not understood, who may be in pain and may be in fear. It is simply someone acting in a demonic way without the idea of the experience of love in their lives. So if you want to call that a demon, go ahead, but that's just a label that says it is someone that is out of touch with the idea of the unconditional love of existence. So, spirits, in that sense, again, can be many different things. You are spirits. So, ETs are beings that are physicalized in different civilizations on different planets. Yes?
Beautiful. Now, I think about, we go back to the Bible. I believe this is like one of the most genius simulations. I think one of the, our blessings, sometimes our nightmares, they become our blessings.
Yes.
Is that what you mean by we could change our past? Like as we change as individuals, then we look in our past and say, oh, wow, that meaningless experience is meaningful.
That's one way of looking at it, but we're also talking about the fact that you actually literally change your past. Let me put it to you this way. If you have defined yourself as a completely different person than you used to be in the present, the idea is that since you are creating linear reality, the idea of past, present, and future as a projection of your consciousness, it's an illusion because everything is actually in the present, everything is now. But if you change your definition of who you are in the now, then from the linear reality perspective, the question is, well, how did you get that way? If you're completely different than who used to be there, how did you get that way? Because from linear reality, there has to be a logical progression that made you this different person. So by changing yourself in the present, it actually sends a ripple backwards, so to speak, euphemistically speaking, into the idea of rearranging the past so that it makes sense going forward as to how you became this different person. So you're actually changing the past when you change the present. Does that make sense?
That makes too much sense.
All right. But you will always keep creating what serves you as a lesson. So even if you have a new past, you can still have components in it that are similar to what was there before if they still serve you. But it's a new past anyway. It's a new arrangement of things. And the fact that you're now realizing that you can learn a lesson from what appears to be an incident in your past means that you actually have changed the past to make that incident appear to be something that is now relevant for your present.
Beautiful. Now, one more question. I never really heard anybody ask you this question, but how do you feel about like numerology?
Permission slips. You understand our concept of permission slips?
Absolutely.
That's how I feel about it. Any technique, any tool, any discipline, any object that you believe will help you open up and become more of yourself, to give yourself permission to be more of who you are, is a tool that we call a permission slip. You are the ultimate permission slip, of course, because you are the one making the change. But if you have a belief system that says, it will be easier for me to do this if I use this technique because I relate to it for a reason, this is my creative way of interpreting this language that means this to me and gives me the reflection I need to move forward, well, that's all well and good. That's fine. It's a very creative way to do things. But these things don't control you. They reflect you. Does that help?
That helps. And I appreciate you. I love you. And I love you all. Thank you.
Thank you.